Hello, welcome to Game On, the game show where nobody answers questions for cash prizes. It's just not that kind of game show.
Though we do make heavy use of buzzers.
Coming up this week, intergalactic planetary, Johnny checks out Red Faction Armageddon.
He's got the whole world in his hands. We look at the NGP.
Concrete jungle, new Batman Arkham City details. And Chariots of Fire, Johnny gets his ass whooped by two professional athletes.
Well, surely that stands to reason.
Yeah, you did look very stupid doing it.
If there are two things gamers like, it's space and heavy-duty destruction.
And if there are three things gamers like, it's space, heavy-duty destruction, and guns.
Well, thank you for clarifying. Anyway, staying right on message, THQ are gearing up to smash Mars apart all over again this year with the release of Red Faction Armageddon.
They don't call Mars the Red Planet for nothing.
It's the second instalment in the Red Faction series since it went all open world on our asses, and Volition are promising an even bigger, bolder experience.
Not just wanting to take their word for it, I flew to New York to check it out.
Wouldn't you have needed to fly to Mars to check it out?
Well, no, that would have taken 9 months one way, so by the time I was back, the game would have been out.
18 months.
Yeah, I went to New York, it seemed simpler.
Yeah.
Now this is what I call hardcore gaming. Yes, nothing says exclusive hands-on time like a giant robot, does it? With the massive mech walker presiding over stage 37 in the Big Apple, the world's gaming press took to the floor and got their hands on Volition's next big release, Red Faction Armageddon. For those of you not familiar with the series, Red Faction is a franchise depicting the revolutionary uprising of the downtrodden mining colonies on Mars. Drawn from Earth with the promise of a better working life, they instead were met with tyranny and oppression. Getting a bit tired of this, they picked up their hammers and started smashing everything and everyone. Red Faction Armageddon takes place 50 years after the events of Red Faction Guerrilla, where you're introduced to Alec Mason's grandson, Darius. Yes, Darius. He also looks like Louis Spence, but anyway, just go with it. One of the key features of Armageddon is the new setting, deep below Mars.
And pushed us underground.
With the surface becoming uninhabitable, they sought shelter underground, but they weren't alone. Yes, while Red Faction Guerrilla was let down slightly by its vast, uninteresting landscape, Armageddon for the most part swapped the surface of Mars for tight, claustrophobic corridors and cavernous vistas, all of them teeming with savage marauders and fierce aliens.
Whoa, we're going to stop you there. We did Dead Space 2 last week.
That's very funny, and admittedly, yes, on paper, Red Faction Armageddon does look a bit like EA's Dead Space series, but that's absolutely not the experience they're trying to create, as production team lead Dan Sutton told me.
I think a lot of people saw the first pictures, the trailers, stuff like that, and thought really Dead Space survival horror. It's not that at all, in the sense that, yes, we definitely have darker environments, more claustrophobic feeling areas, but you are the badass in this game. You basically walk through, you mow down hundreds and thousands of enemies. There are scary moments in there, but it's not like every turn you have to worry about where you're going. You're going into the areas, you're the hero of the game, you're trying to mow people down. It's a lot different combat, a lot different. I mean, people who are worried about that, don't be worried at all. It's still your same Red Faction Guerrilla gameplay.
Instead then, Red Faction Armageddon is a pretty robust third-person shooter with heavy emphasis on all-out action rather than sustained tension. As always, large-scale destruction is the game's centrepiece, and Volition have worked hard to make it more destructy than ever.
That'll do. Throwing buildings at other buildings is definitely fun, especially when you can electronically rebuild those buildings and then do it again.
Carnage aside though, how does Red Faction Armageddon handle? Well, in short, far more smoothly than its predecessor. Shooting is less erratic, and as we said before, the destructive element is typically impressive.
There's definitely still some work to be done. For instance, the camera when using the hammer is almost vomit-inducing.
Overall though, Volition are clearly trying to improve on the franchise, making Darius a talkative man, constructing a more personal plot, and bringing in some big technological innovations.
This is the power I promised you.
Whether it'll be out of this world or give us subterranean homesick blues has yet to be seen, but until Armageddon's release, we'll be watching the skies very closely.
That sentence contained an unfeasible number of puns.
Well, it's in my job description. I'm Game On's resident pungineer.
You are. With some brilliant AAA titles already hitting shelves or waiting in the wings, 2011 is shaping up to be a great year for gaming. Last week it got even more exciting as Sony announced their brand new handheld, the NGP.
Oh, not the Neo Geo Pocket, seriously. I mean, when will that thing just keel over and die?
Well, it's not...
It's not the Neo Geo Pocket, is it?
It's not. It's the next-gen portable. Close, though. Kind of. So what is this NGP and what does it all mean? Well, basically it's the PSP 2. Though don't let the name fool you, it's not just a casual upgrade.
The NGP comes complete with some serious heft in its electronic guts, including a quad-core Imagination Technologies Power VR graphics processor.
Which means what exactly?
It can produce PS3 quality graphics in the palm of your hand.
So all in all, the NGP packs a hell of a lot more under the hood. The hood itself, we should mention, is also touchscreen, much like, well, oddly enough, the back.
Why?
Yeah, well, the idea is you can enjoy the benefits of a touchscreen without having to put your hand over any of it, avoiding the unfortunate screen blocking experienced so commonly by those suffering from ham hands.
Ham hands, it's a terrible affliction.
Ham hands.
Trotter hands.
Yeah.
Anyway, it all sounds very impressive, but let's not ignore the elephant in the room any longer.
The elephant or the pricing.
Good elephant.
Well, Sony have come out and said the next-gen portable will be affordable, though they didn't say to whom.
Yeah, I imagine most oil tycoons will be able to pick up the NGP.
But it will probably take some time to build up the sufficient collateral just doing a paper round.
Do people still do those?
No idea. Anyway, when asked to elaborate, Shu Yoshida, SCE Worldwide President, said the price will reflect the proper value, adding it's not going to be $599.
So what, $598?
Whatever the price. Most analysts expect it will cost more than the original PSP did at launch, i.e. $300 or 185 quid. Our advice, start saving now.
Especially if you're doing a paper round.
If they exist.
If there's one thing we like here at Game On, it's wearing tight-fitting rubberised outfits and dishing out punishment, preferably while swinging upside down.
Steady on, this is a family show, it's not a Rihanna video.
I know, that's why I'm talking about everyone's favourite Cape Crusader, Batman.
Good save.
I know. The time when the madness of Arkham Asylum goes city-wide is drawing ever closer, with Rocksteady's second instalment launching in March this year.
Late last year we were treated to this eerie Hugo Strange trailer, but now we've been treated to these brand new, high-def, action-packed screenshots.
Rubbish!
Okay, so it doesn't make us walk as funny as a trailer might, but still, these new screenshots from Batman Arkham City are pretty juicy.
They feature Harley Quinn about to play some wiffle ball in a needlessly provocative outfit.
Batman stalking some spooky mask-wearing inmates. That or he's sneaking around the back of the generator for a quick smoke.
And a creepy take on Uncle Sam's army poster featuring Two-Face in a fairly manky top hat.
This fourth and final shot also gives us a greater sense of the city as a whole, which Rocksteady this week confirmed will be 5 times the size of the world featured in Arkham Asylum, so it seems the Dark Knight will be able to do some serious swooping come March.
Swooping? He's a crime-fighting millionaire. Why does he need a job in sanitation?
Swooping. I said swooping.
This is not a paper round.
Almost it from us here at Game On. Just time left to humiliate Johnny a bit.
Ah, well, that'll make a nice change. Which is it this time, the emo hair or the poor attempt at stubble?
Your running abilities.
Ah, my athletic prowess, yes, of course.
Yeah, Microsoft's Game with Fame series has been a goldmine for us at Game On. We've seen Dylan Hartley humiliate Johnny on Modern Warfare 2.
You got your glasses on, no excuses.
And Kano take on gamers at Crackdown 2. Recently though, Linford Christie and Mark Lewis Francis took each other on at Kinect Sports, trying to prove who was the better sportsman. They also took a minute out to prove Johnny definitely wasn't the better sportsman.
Definitely did. 880. Oh, got it.
So Mark Lewis Francis caned you. How about Linford? How did he get on?
He cheated.
Really?
On your mark, Linda.
He did run much faster than you though, didn't he?
No, he jumped the gun, it wasn't fair.
He jumped the gun. Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That's it from us for this week. We're off to get ourselves a bit of Mars.
You do realise neither of us has what it takes to become an astronaut?
I know, I just want some chocolate.
Oh.
More gaming gluttony next week. We're very unfunny, aren't we, today? Dressed very dour.
It's not a lol shirt day, is it? He's got the whole world. Yeah. You're looking very tanned.
Am I?
Yeah, it's weird.
Really?
It's freaking me out a bit. I mean, as tanned as gamers can get. Woo!
Shall I?
Yes.
Overally. Great word.
Overally, then.
Last week, it got even more exciting as Sony announced their brand new handheld, the NGP.
Oh, not the Neo Geo Pocket. Seriously. I mean, when will your phone just stop ringing on the table?
This girl, she's so clingy.
Oh.
Leave a message, love. Do me a favour, love.
Do me a favour. It's me stroking an elephant. Does that look?
Brilliant. Yeah, it would be about that high.
Yeah.
I imagine. Like.
Whatevs. Oh, woo.
But still, these new screenshots from Batman Arkham City are pretty... Oh, really?
Seriously.
It's like...
Girlfriend City in here. That's my brother.
That's it from us for this week. We're off to get ourselves a bit of Mars.
You do realise neither of us has what it takes to become an astronaut. Why is it funny? It's not funny. It's a bad joke. And he who is first will later be last, for the times they are a-changing. What?